There's something out there. In the jungle. What's up, dudes and dudettes, all you awesome people? Welcome to the Geeky Heathen channel. I am Glenn, aka the Geeky Heathen, and welcome to my spoiler-free movie review for The Predator 2018. This is spoiler-free, assuming you've seen the trailers. If you haven't seen the trailers, then go watch the trailer first. Then come back, because I might say something that you've seen in the trailers that might spoil for some things for you. Wow. Where to begin? Okay, so first of all, disclaimer, I am a huge Predator fan, so I'm going to be slightly biased when it comes to my view on this movie because I am such a huge Predator fan. But I will give you my honest review. Co-wrote and directed by Shane Black, the director of Iron Man 3, who also starred in the original 1987 Predator movie. Yeah, that's it. One thing I was pleased to discover, this was a continuation of the Predator series. It's not a complete and utter remake of the original one, because I didn't want to see that. The original one, I still like that. Don't mess with that, just leave it as it is. But this is a continuation of the story. There was so much action throughout this movie, from start to finish. I could just feel the adrenaline pumping through my veins watching this, and I was just watching the movie. It made me want to scream out. Not that type of scream. That's closer. Like, really scream out. This was a fast-paced movie. Really fast. Probably too fast. It feels like it was a lot longer, but it's been edited down into shorter clips that have all been posted together. The one surprising thing for me about this movie was the comedy. There's comedy in it, and there's jokes throughout, and I was laughing along with the rest of the theatre quite a lot in this movie. Good comedy as well. It's MCU style comedy. I really enjoyed it, and you'd think it would be out of place being in a Predator movie comedy, but they made it work. It really worked. I really enjoyed it. You had the horror, slasher, gory parts of Predator, but you also had some comedy in there, which was quite nice. I really liked the way they did it. Let's talk about the characters / actors. Now, we know from the trailer that the main group of characters that we're going to follow is the guys on the bus, the loonies, as they call themselves. There's not really much character build-up in this movie at all. Not a lot. I would like to see a bit more. There's really no sort of build-up at all. There's no comradeship between the characters, apart from the military style, "Hoo-yah! We're soldiers!" Yeah, they've got that going between them. That's the kind of connection they have, but there's no character build-up to make them join together as a squad. The main character, McKenna, the gruff but relatable rogue, I found him to be a generic character, if I'm honest with you. I didn't find him charismatic at all. Unlike the other character from the Loonies, Nebraska, he was very charismatic, and I would have liked to have seen that actor in the main role. I think he could have done a leading role really well. He was very charismatic. Other than that, I found the rest of them to be well cast, and the acting was good all round, really. The acting was. There are a few Easter eggs in this movie. There's a few good ones, and there's also a few references to the first two movies, and a few quotes from the first two movies as well, which were done really well. I actually liked the way they done the quotes. They were not cheesy at all. They were quite good. I think they were quite good. They might be cheesy, but I really liked the way they were done. Before I give you my final thoughts, my synopsis, and my final rating, I'm going to talk about the negatives. There was a few negatives in this movie. One of the negatives for me personally was the second Predator. We saw him in the trailer, the big Predator. And the reason I'm counting him as negative is because he was purely CGI, 100% CGI. I don't like CGI characters. I want to, but I really feel if there's no need to make a CGI character, if you can get a guy in a costume, then do that. I would have much rather seen 2 normal-sized predators than this massive CGI predator. Just give me a normal predator. Just Predator himself is good enough. You don't need to go CGI to make him a massive, different, tall predator. Just give me 2 predators. Just give me 1 predator. Predator himself is badass. I prefer cosmetics over CGI. That's just the way I am, and I'm sure a lot of people agree with me when it comes to movies like this. Cosmetics look a lot better. I like a whole CGI movie. If it's just CGI, or if it is an anime, go for it. I'll watch it, but don't mix the 2 together. I like live action movies to have cosmetics in it. It looks more realistic to me, and it fits better. More aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Oh, and the Preddy dogs. You know what I'm talking about. The dogs you see running around with the dreads, the Preddy dogs. They feel, to me, it felt like they were just written in as a complete afterthought. Like during the writing process, someone's like, "Oh, what about the dogs? They use dogs in Predators. Should we include them?" And someone's like, "Yeah, if we find some time, we'll fit them in there somewhere." That's what it felt like to me. It didn't feel like they were planned at all. The main negative for me from this movie, and I'm a big Predator fan. I find it difficult to talk about negatives when it comes to Predator, but the main negative for me would have to be the storyline. It started off really great. It started off so good, the storyline did, but then it just spiraled out of control. Like, I felt like I was Alice falling through the rabbit hole. To keep this spoiler free, I won't go into storyline details. I would just say the one thing I would have changed was the boy that was in this movie, the young boy. I probably would have removed him completely, or just rewritten his role and rewritten the way he was in the movie. I just... What? When you see it, you'll see what I mean. I don't want to do any spoilers, so I won't talk in detail about it, but I would have changed that myself. Oh, and the last scene of this movie, the scene after the movie should have ended, you'll see what I mean if you watch this movie. That was the cheesiest scene I've ever seen. It was so cheesy. It reminded me of Starship Troopers. It was that level of cheese. To round this up and to give you my final synopsis before I give you my rating, this is an amazingly hardcore, action-packed, gory movie with some good comedy. It's a perfect popcorn flick. It's just what you want in a movie. You've got some good laughs in there, but great action the whole way through. And the Predators, they are awesome. Great Predator action, great Predator lore, great Predator tech. Predators are great. The storyline started great, but deteriorated very quickly throughout the movie. If you are a Predator fan, then I'm certain you will like this movie anyway. And if you just like a good action movie with a bit of comedy, I'm sure you'll like this. My final score for this movie is 7.5 out of 10. I just couldn't justify giving it an 8. It's the storyline. I'm such a big Predator fan, and I want to give every Predator film 10 out of 10. I love Predators, I love Predator, I love Predator 2. AVP, the first one was okay. Kind of like the first one, just I wish it wasn't set in the pyramid. And second one, it's got Predator in it, but yeah. AVP, just forget about them. Predator itself, I'm a huge fan, and I really wanted to rate this high. I want to give it at least an 8, but I just can't justify it with that storyline. I can't justify it. You'll see what I mean when you watch it. I don't want to go into spoilers, so I will just end the review there. 7.5 out of 10. But this has been my opinion. I'm interested in your opinion. I'm interested in whether you're going to see the film, whether you've seen the film. If you have seen the film, do you agree with my review? Do you disagree? Comment down below. Let's get active in that chat and let's have a good discussion about Predator, because I love Predator. If you are new here and you want to see more geeky videos by myself, more geeky unboxings, more reviews, general geeky videos, why not subscribe down below, and whilst you're there, smash that bell icon to be notified each and every time I upload. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down if you didn't. It's not everyone's cup of tea, you never know. But I'm Geeky Heathen. Till next time, dudes. Take care.